Hey everyone! So Ninjago episode 46, Ghost Story, has now aired in the United States of America. And it's a very, very great episode. I actually enjoyed it much more than 45. Again, 45 was just as amazing, or it was still really, really amazing. But Ninjago episode 46 is now aired, and it continued. The beginning of the episode just continued off where they left off at the end of 45, with Morrow chasing the ninja on the Destiny's bounty on the Morrow dragon. So in the beginning of the episode, Morrow is after the staff, the first Spinjitzu Master's staff, so we can uncover ways to get to the first Spinjitzu Master's tomb. So we still don't know what he's going to actually wanting to do at the tomb, but he wants the staff, and he basically almost wrecks the Destiny's bounty. He almost the Destiny's bounty crashes and all. But they get the Destiny's bounty down on the ground, so it doesn't actually officially get damaged that bad. So they're able to fly off again later on. But Sensei Wu was able to get the staff printings. You know, he was able to make a print on the wall in the Destiny's bounty, and once he did that, he had the message that was in his staff. So then he just threw his staff out the Destiny's bounty, threw it out into the air, so Morrow could go chase it. So then he would leave the Destiny's bounty alone, and he wouldn't attack it anymore, so it didn't get any worse. So then once he let Morrow go chase down the staff, they didn't land that well. I mean, they kind of crashed into the woods, but the Destiny's bounty ended up being able to be fixed, and it was flown back to the tea shop and all. But in the woods at that night, when they were waiting for Misako to come, Sensei Wu explained the story of Morrow. So that's the name of the episode, Ghost Story, because Morrow was apparently a child that was sort of at the top of. He was outside the monastery. This is Sensei Wu's story. Apparently this is right after Garmadon left to go train with Master Chen. So he said that in the episode, and then Morrow was outside of his monastery and with other kids and all that were eating out of the garbage. So apparently he was just trying to live on his own or something like that. And the other kids ran away, but Morrow stayed. Sensei Wu gave him some food, and then he started to train Morrow. And then he ends up figuring out that Morrow has an elemental power. It is wind, and he realizes he is a descendant of an original elemental master. So, and then he later starts to train Morrow more and more because he believes he is the Green Ninja. But Sensei Wu says he regrets telling him in the first place that he might be the Green Ninja, because they didn't actually know yet. So because Sensei Wu told him, it got his hopes up, and once the weapons did not react, Morrow set out to find the first Spinjitzu Master's tomb and all that. He set out to show Wu that he is powerful. He can be the Green Ninja. He can train more and more. But in the end, it just ended up not happening. So, and then he ended up leaving eventually, and he never came back to the monastery. Never came back to Wu. And then obviously Wu ends up finding out that he's a ghost later on, and then he was sent to the Cursed Realm. But he says it's a regret that he even told Morrow he has a chance to become the Green Ninja. And now Morrow is trying to do something with the first Spinjitzu Master's tomb. So back to the present. The ninja are like in the woods, you know, since he's telling the story, and then they sent Misako a message that they're there and to tell them about like the symbols and figure out what the symbols mean from the scroll. They figured out the first one means air jitsu. And art. It's a fighting skill created by Sensei Yang. Sensei Yang's gone now. Apparently he's a ghost, a spirit that's in the future episodes. But Sensei Yang created this skill, air jitsu, and the ninja set out to go figure out how to learn air jitsu. But they have to go find Ronin, because Ronin is the one who took the scroll of air jitsu or something like that, and they learn air jitsu from that scroll. So Ronin stole that, and then Morrow is also after the scroll of air jitsu, and he goes to the library, a library that originally held the scroll, but Ronin stole the scroll, so he goes there. He ends up finding out that Ronin stole it, so Morrow goes after, probably to Styx, City of Styx, to go find Ronin. And it just ends up continuing on with the ninja riding some like yaks or something like that, and they are sort of riding them to the City of Styx to go find Ronin, to figure out this scroll of air jitsu and figure out this thing with the tomb of the first Bijutsu master. And then another scene goes to Misako, Sensei Wu, and Nia going back to the tea shop to figure out some more stuff, get the tea shop cleaned up after the attack from Morrow. And they tell Nia the real reason why she wasn't able to go with the ninja on the mission to the Jitsu and all that stuff to Styx. Sensei Wu and Misako tell her that their mother, Kai and Nia's mother, was the master of water, and she is to become the master of water. Kai had become the master of fire. He got his power passed down from his father, but Nia has a water power inside passed on from her mother. So as we saw in episode 40, in the flashbacks, we did see Nia's mother and father fighting against the Anachondri in the Serpentine War. So that is also something we looked at a long time. We did figure that sort of stuff out, so that was interesting. And Nia sort of just faints because she didn't expect that to be told to her. She didn't expect to be told that. So, and then it just kind of stops there. I think in episode 47, she does end up start training for becoming a water ninja. And then the ninja, they're still on their journey to go to Styx, but it's nighttime now, and they kind of stop at one place, but then they end up running into the ghost wraith, a ghost in the cursed realm wraith. And he does not last long in the show. He's riding around on his chain cycle ambush or something like that bike, his ghost motorcycle bike, and they made a set for it. But he's riding it around. He's cursing or turning things into ghosts with his whip, like his chain whip. So with his chain, if he hits someone and it stays long enough, it will turn them into a ghost. So it turned one of the animals the ninja were riding, it turned one of them into a ghost. So the ninja found out what that could do. So the ninja tried fighting Wraith, but obviously they found out they can't fight Wraith with their normal weapons. They can't hit Wraith because he's a ghost. They can't actually hit Wraith at all. Wraith is just, in this little fight, they're just trying to stay away from him because they can't fight him. But in the end, the ninja kind of outsmart Wraith just for a moment, and Wraith loses control of the bike, and then Wraith still tries to attack, but then of course, if you've seen pictures online and all that, he accidentally pulls down a thing of water, and the water falls on him, and it obviously destroyed him. So Wraith is no longer in the show, but it does show that the water gets rid of ghosts. So we've known that now probably for a little while, but and that obviously shows Nia will be a big part in this season on getting rid of ghosts. She controls her water and uses her water. She can take out ghosts all over the place. So, but yeah, water takes out ghosts. The ninja figured that out, and then they kind of run down to a train, and that will hopefully take them to the City of Styx, and that will lead to episode 47. is a very good episode. I really liked it more, honestly, than 45. There was much more story to it than 45, especially with the story of, like, Morrow and Sensei Wu and all that stuff, and the Green Ninja stuff. But, yeah, so there's just so much more story to it, so much more details and all that stuff about the stuff to come in the episodes. It was very, very cool. I really liked this episode, especially the ghost characters. They seem really, really cool. Wraith was pretty cool, and it was just a very good episode. And the season is now on iTunes. I don't know if Google Play, I'd have to check that, but I know for sure it's on iTunes. And episode 45 is there now, and tomorrow episode 46 will be available on iTunes. So this is sort of my long run through of episode 46. If you're still here, congratulations. I bet if you're still here, I don't know why, but yeah, so there's my run through sort of review of episode 46, because yeah, it's just a very good episode. Very good episode. Can't wait for episode 47. I'll be doing reviews on all of these episodes, airing every day, Monday to Friday, each of these 2 weeks coming. So but there is my review on Ninjago episode 46, Ghost Story.